Complex numbers. Today we will study something about complex numbers. So complex number is a number of the form a plus ib, where a is a real number and b is another real number. So linear combination of two real numbers with I included in it. Now I has got a specific value, that is root of -1, which is not a real number. So a linear combination of two real numbers along with this imaginary value root of -1 is a complex number. For example, if I consider a as 2, b as -1, it could be 2 plus I into -1, that is 2 minus I is a real number, is a complex number. So if I have got a complex number, it is generally denoted by z, and z is always of the form a plus ib. Here a is called the real part and b is called the imaginary part of the complex number. This is a new number system. Now let's see how to find the different operations on the complex number. Let's find the powers of I. We have just now seen the complex number I has got a specific value minus root of -1. Because of this, I square is equal to, taking square root on both sides, we get -1. In general, we have got that square of any number is a positive value, but since I is an imaginary number, you have got that I square is equal to -1. Similarly, I cube is equal to I square multiplied by I, therefore it is -I. And I raised to 4 is -I, that is I cube into I, so -I into I minus I square, so minus of -1 plus 1. Hence, you have got, now if you take on the powers of I, then I raised to 5 would be 1 into I, so the values will go on repeating. That is after fifth power. After fourth power, you will have the values back, that is I -1 minus I 1, goes on repeating. Now if you want a general value of I, a general power for I, suppose I want I raised to 5, then the method to find it is, we divide this number 10, power 10 by 4. Why 4? Because I raised to 4 is 1. We have got 4 numbers repeating. Therefore, we divide it by 4 and find the remainder of the value. So 10 divided by 4, the remainder turns out to be 2. Therefore, I raised to 10 is equal to I raised to 2 and it is equal to -1. Now if we take I raised to 25, then dividing 25 by 4, I find that the remainder is 1. So I raised to 25 is equal to I raised to 1, which is I. If the remainder turns out to be 3, that is in the case of I raised to 31, then the value will be -I. If the remainder turns out to be 0, then it is I raised to 0, which is 1. So only 4 values I will get, either 1, I, -1 or -I. Now let's see how to add two complex numbers. Now the addition of two complex numbers with suppose I have got z1 as a complex number, so it should be of the form a plus ib. Here we have considered x and y, so x1 plus iy1, and z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2. Then z1 plus z2 is add the real part together, that is x1 is added to x2 plus I times add the imaginary part together, y1 is added to y2. This is the natural way of adding two complex numbers. So for example, suppose I have taken z1 3 plus 4i, z2 5 minus 3i. We have taken negative value so that we understand what we will get if the value is negative. So z1 plus z2 is 3 plus 5 and 4 plus minus 3 I. Therefore it is 3 plus 5 8 plus 4 plus minus 3 is plus 1, so plus 1i. Now if I have got a scalar multiplication of z1 and z2, that is we are finding 2z1 and 3z2 and adding them. So we have to find 2z1 first, that is multiply both the values imaginary and real by 2. So 2z1 gives me 2 into z1, which is 4 minus 7i. So 2 into 4 8, 2 into 7 14. Hence 2z1 is 8 minus 14i. And similarly 3z2 becomes 3 into minus 2 minus 6 and 3 into minus 9 minus 9i. Now I can add these two numbers, that is 2z1 plus 3z2, 8 plus minus 6 2 and minus 14 plus minus 9 is minus 23i. Now let's see how to subtract two complex numbers. Subtraction of two complex numbers. So x1, the first complex number x1 plus iy1, and x2 plus iy2, the second complex number x1 minus x2 and y1 minus y2. And this will be the natural way to subtract two complex numbers. Now we are subtracting two complex numbers, for example 3z1 and 2z2. For that, first find 3z1 and find 2z2. Don't multiply z1 by minus 2. Multiply it by 2 and then carry out the subtraction. So 3z1 15 minus 18i and 2z2 4 plus 12i. Now carrying out the subtraction, we get 15 minus 4, that is 11, and minus 18 minus 12, which is minus 30. So the final answer would be 11 minus 30i. Now multiplication. If I want to multiply two complex numbers, then we multiply it in the manner of bracket multiplication. As you multiply two brackets, similar is the multiplication of two complex numbers. Let's see it through the example. So 4 plus 6i, the first one, and minus 2 plus I, the second complex number. As we have got two brackets, so the natural way or the common way of multiplying two brackets is we multiply 4 to both the values in the second bracket. Hence I am multiplying 4 to minus 2, which gives me minus 8, plus 4 into I gives me 4i. Now I will multiply 6i to both the numbers. So 6i into minus 2 minus 12i, 6i into I plus 6i square, I into I square. Now the value of I square we had seen in powers of complex number, which is minus 1. So plus 6i square will become minus 6. So minus 8 and minus 6, two real numbers together, and 4i and minus 12i, two imaginary parts together. Adding them, we get minus 8 minus 6 minus 14 and 4 minus 12 minus 8i. This is the method we carry out for multiplication of two complex numbers. Now let's see how to divide. For division of two complex numbers, the concept required is complex conjugate. It is similar to the rationalizing factor that we used to have for rationalizing a irrational number. So if I have Z, a complex number a plus ib, then Z bar is the complex conjugate which is denoted by Z raised bar, and it is given by a minus ib, that is change the imaginary part. And so the complex number Z, which is minus 2 plus 3i, Z bar becomes minus 2 minus 3i. Now let's see division. For division, you have to multiply and divide by the complex conjugate of the denominator. So this is the procedure of division. Multiply and divide by the complex conjugate of the denominator. So we'll see through that example, that is minus 2 plus 3i and Z2 is 1 minus 2i. For that we are multiplying and dividing by conjugate of 1 minus 2i, which is 1 plus 2i. So multiply, divide both numerator and denominator by 1 plus 2i. Now similarly, as we carried out the multiplication, multiply the numerator, both the terms, denominator, both the terms. So minus 2 into 1 gives you minus 2, minus 2 into 2i gives me minus 4i, then 3i into 1, 3i, minus 2 into plus 4i gives me minus 4i, 3i into 2i gives me 6i square. 6i square becomes minus 6 because I square is minus 1. So minus 2 and minus 6 real part, and minus 4i and plus 3i, I have that as the imaginary part. So after multiplying, the numerator turns out to be minus 8 minus I. Denominator 1 minus 2i and 1 plus 2i. I want to multiply, so I use that formula a plus b, a minus b is a square minus b square. Why I am getting plus over here? Because this becomes 1 square minus 2i square. I square is minus 1, hence minus of minus 1 gives me plus 2. Therefore I have 1 square plus 2 square, which is 5. So for a complex number, you can remember, if I want to multiply a plus b to a plus ib to a minus ib, the multiplication turns out to be a square plus b square. Therefore 1 minus 2i into 1 plus 2i turned out to be 1 square plus 2 square, which is 5. Similarly, if I want to find simply 1 upon z or something of that kind, then it is multiply divide by the conjugate of the denominator minus 2 minus 3i.